So a JSON file would have this format. It would be a list of dictionaries or dictionary containing lists in the values and then so on. So that way it can repeat to more depth. In the sample like which we are seeing, this is open source data, iris file, like which was a popular data set which contains details about like different flowers. Similarly, there is one more data set like which is belongs to like cars, different various types of cars and like some more details. So this format is very useful to save a structural data. So you can see this information within this is all belongs to this car, and then similarly this is belonging to this car, and there are like certain details like miles per gallon, you have cylinder, displacement and so on. So likewise you can save a structured data using a JSON. These JSONs can be huge, like it can be of like you can see here it was like somewhere around like 4,000 files. So and it can be like a couple of MBs or like even GBs as well. Let's try to read a JSON file using Python. So for reading a JSON file, we have a package like inbuilt library which in Python import JSON. Let's give file path of a JSON. Open this file, we have to do f.open and give this JSON path, and as we want to read it, so we can read like R mode. So now if this file you would like to read in a JSON, so we have to use JSON.load f. So this would load the data. Let's like once you read the data, we can close it. Print length of JSON data first, like just to know like how big is the data. It should be reading it in a list file. So if you do like length of data, we would know like how big is this data set. So because like as we have seen directly, like you can see it is in thousands, so I don't want to print the whole data. First see like what is the length. So you can see it is like 406 entries were there in this data. Now let's say I would like to print one of them, just say print 11th element, so I would give like 10. So you can see it has given like citron, Nicolas and miles per gallon and cylinders and so on. So this information which was there here, you can access it as a list by using JSON.load. Let's see like how to write some data back to a JSON. So we'll be using the same library for JSON and define a file path as output.json. I would like to store JSON format data. So as I have discussed earlier, it should be of list of dictionaries or dictionaries of lists. So let's create one. So it would be better to use all like small letters, like maintain the same naming convention everywhere, and also make sure there are no spaces in between the keys. And here I'll be using all the lowercase, and then in case if space is needed, so I'll be using an underscore over there. So let's say I have one data here, and similarly let me also add one more data. So this is one, let's say, and similarly there is one more dictionary which I would like to store. These two I'd be appending to a new data, a list like empty list, and in that I would be appending this data here. So now this data I would like to store it in a JSON. First let's open a file with this file path, open it in write mode, and now if you would like to store the data, json.dump f.close. So now for once I run it, so it has created output.json like newly, like it's as per the path which we have specified. And now if I open this, so you can see this data is available here.